case files of Slender Man, the tall one who stares back. People think the Slender Man story is just internet folklore, a creepypasta that teenagers whisper during sleepovers or post on old forums. They think he was created online, traced to a Photoshop contest, a joke that spiraled into hysteria. But every legend has something real buried under it, something rotten that refuses to stay dead. And the truth is simple. We didn't create him, we just noticed him. My name is Special Agent Donovan Hale, Behavioral Analysis Unit, Quantico. And in 2019, I was assigned to a case officially called the Breckenridge Disappearances, though internally we labeled it much more directly, Slender Man Incident 43B. This is the first time I'm telling this story publicly, not because I want to, but because the world needs to understand what we found in those woods and what followed us home afterward. It started with a girl. It always starts with a girl. Her name was Olivia Tanner, 15 years old, honor student, artistic, introverted. She vanished on a warm September night after telling her parents she was going to a friend's house for a group project. Only she never arrived. Her phone died at 7:32 p.m. By 9 p.m., she was missing. Search teams combed the woods behind Breckenridge, a quiet town in Wisconsin surrounded by endless pine. At 2 a.m., a deputy found something strange, a tree trunk with long, deep, parallel scratches, perfectly spaced, as if made by fingers far longer than humanly possible. They assumed it was vandalism or some sort of animal, but then they found the drawings. Hundreds of them, pinned to trees, stuffed into bushes, plastered onto bark. Drawings of a tall, faceless man in a black suit, drawn by the missing girl. In the center of the largest oak was taped a sheet that made every officer freeze. Don't look at him. He looks back. When I arrived 2 days later with my partner, Agent Riley Marquez, the forest felt wrong the moment we stepped in. Silent, air heavy and thick, like everything was holding its breath. There were no birds, no insects. Even the leaves seemed frozen. People don't just draw this much unless they're terrified, Riley muttered, flipping through the sketches we collected. The figure was always the same, tall, stick-thin, no face, arms too long, always watching from behind trees. There's a name scribbled on some of these corners, I noted. She wrote, "The Tall One." One sheet had shaky words scrawled across the bottom. "He likes when you see him. That's how he finds you." I felt something cold creep into my spine. Not fear, something older, instinctive. The sense of being watched, but no one was there. We interviewed Olivia's friends next, and that's when everything turned. They confessed they'd been researching Slender Man for a school project. They found old blogs, lost forum posts, archived police files, stories going back to the 1950s, even earlier. Olivia became obsessed, convinced Slender Man wasn't a myth, but a pattern, a force that latched on to lonely or anxious kids. She said she could feel him, like he was real, like he chose her. Another girl said, "He watches from the sides, never straight in front. If you see him head on, it's already too late." Most kids say dramatic stuff, but these girls were trembling. And one more thing stuck out. Olivia had drawn hundreds of pictures, but only the last 20 or so were panicked, shaky, desperate. The first 150 looked almost calm, admiring, like she wanted him to come closer. That night at 3:14 a.m., someone knocked on my motel door. I opened it to find nothing, just a single sheet of paper lying on the ground. A drawing of a tall man with no face. behind him, a sketch of the motel, and a small figure standing at the door, me. Someone had slid it under my door silently. No footsteps, no sound. Riley arrived seconds later after hearing movement in the hallway. We searched it end to end. No one was there. At breakfast, the motel clerk insisted no one else was staying on our floor. We checked the logs. Correct. So who put the drawing there? And how did they know which room was mine? The forest search escalated. We found a small clearing about a mile from the main path. Inside it were dozens, maybe hundreds of stick structures, all tied together with twine. Some resembled trees, others resembled people, all pointed inward like crude skeletal figures bowing. At the center lay Olivia's backpack. Her phone was inside, battery dead, screen cracked, casing scratched like something long and thin dragged across it. Riley swore she felt someone watching us. I didn't say it, but I felt it too. We took photos of the structures and sent them to Quantico analysts. Around sunset, we left the woods, but Riley grabbed my arm. She said, "Don, look." Between the trees, far away, almost invisible, something tall shifted. Not walking, not running, just standing. A silhouette darker than the forest around it. And then it slowly stepped back into the trees and vanished. We didn't speak the entire walkout. That night, analysts sent a message. Those structures matched ritualistic patterns from multiple Slender Man cases worldwide. Japan, Germany, Brazil, Russia. Different cultures, same shapes. The tall one, the faceless man, der lange Mann, o Homen extendido. Legends dating back centuries, thousands of miles apart. No internet, no connection, and yet the same figure appears. We were starting to believe the unthinkable. This thing didn't spread because of the internet. The internet noticed something ancient. At 2:08 a.m., my phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. He found her. You're next. Followed by a live photo. It was me, taken through the motel window, from outside. I ran to the window. Nobody. Just tall shadows from the pine trees stretching toward my room. The next morning, a breakthrough. A hiker found fresh footprints several miles deeper into the woods. Olivia's shoes, confirmed by her parents. Search teams mobilized immediately, expanding the search grid. The deeper we went, the stranger everything became. Trees were bent, not broken, as if something tall had pushed through them gently, repeatedly. Patterns of 3 long grooves carved into bark. And the forest kept getting darker, even though the sky was clear. At around 4 p.m., we found another clearing. This one was different. In the center was a massive tree, stripped of bark, bleached white as bone. Pinned to the trunk, a torn piece of fabric from Olivia's hoodie. Below it, carved with surgical precision, "He doesn't like when you call his name." Riley whispered, "Call his name?" I said, "Slender Man." "Don't!" she snapped. "Don't say it out loud!" Wind whipped through the clearing violently. Branches trembled. For a moment, everything felt wrong, like the forest leaned closer to hear us. We left fast. We set up trail cams around the area, 30 cameras total. Infrared, motion-activated, high resolution. That night, back at the command tent, we watched the feeds. Hours of nothing, just trees swaying. At 2:13 a.m., camera number 14 triggered. A shape appeared appeared on the edge of the frame, tall, thin, unnaturally straight. But when we zoomed in, the face was blurred. Not motion blur, not camera error. Almost like the camera refused to capture it. Camera number 7 triggered next, then number 3, then number 21, each only catching a sliver of a figure moving deeper into the woods. And then camera number 11 caught something else. Olivia, alive, walking slowly, barefoot, eyes unfocused. Behind her, barely visible, 2 impossibly long arms reaching from behind a tree. The feed cut to static. We mobilized instantly, sprinting through the forest with flashlights, cutting through the dark. Riley shouted Olivia's name, but the forest swallowed every sound. At the site of camera number 11, we found footprints, bare, small, and next to them, indentations impossibly far apart, as if something with a stride 3 times longer than a human's followed her. We found the camera on the ground. The metal casing was crumpled like paper. Riley froze suddenly. Her flashlight flickered. "Do you hear that?" she whispered. At first, I heard nothing. Then, faint scratching, like fingers dragging down tree bark. Long, slow, deliberate. We scanned the forest. Nothing. Then Riley whispered, trembling, Don't turn around. He's behind us." Cold washed over me. I felt the air shift, a towering presence, silent. I didn't turn. We backed away slowly, step by step. Branches snapped nearby. Then, silence. When we opened our eyes, the fog was gone, and every camera was gone too. We returned to the command tent shaken and exhausted. The case was officially labeled resolved since Olivia was found alive. Unofficially, no one wanted to admit we'd encountered something impossible. Riley couldn't sleep. She kept checking the windows, claiming she saw tall shadows outside. I tried to rationalize it. Trauma, stress, lack of sleep. Until the drawings started. Riley found a sketch on her pillow. A perfect drawing of her sleeping. Something tall standing beside her. Then I found one too. Me, standing in the motel hallway with a tall figure behind me. Neither of us drew them. We left Breckenridge at dawn, but something left with us. Over the next month in Quantico, strange things followed us. Static interference on our phones, tall shadows on security footage, long scratches appearing on office doors, every mirror reflecting something just slightly off, and our reflections lagging behind our movements by a fraction of a second. Then Riley went missing. Last camera footage of her shows her walking down the hallway alone at 2:11 a.m. She stops, looks to her right. The footage distorts. Static floods the screen. When it clears, she's gone. I'm the last one from Incident 43B who hasn't disappeared. But I know it's coming. I see him sometimes. Not directly, but from the corners of my vision. Tall, still, watching. And every morning, more drawings appear in my home, always showing the same thing. Me, standing somewhere I've never been before, with a dark forest behind me, and him reaching out. So if you're reading this, know one thing. Slender Man isn't a myth. He isn't a story. He isn't something we invented online. He's a pattern, a presence, an observer. And once you've seen him, once you've noticed him, he never stops noticing you back. So if your phone ever buzzes late at night with an unknown message, if a tall shadow stands just outside your window, if you see something in the woods that stands too still, too tall, don't look, don't speak, don't acknowledge him, because that's how he finds you. And once he finds you, he never lets go.